Hi, my name is Christie. I'm 29 years old. My husband Kevin and I live here in Listowel. We've been coming to LEMC for about a year and a half now, and I work as an accountant, so probably means I'm just a giant nerd. That's okay. I was fortunate enough to be raised by two loving parents with kind of a unique religious upbringing. One parent was Catholic and the other was Mennonite. We went to church every Sunday, and I always knew about God and everything, and I needed that as a kid. I really did, and I'm so grateful that I had it. When I look back to my life before I really knew who Jesus was, though, I feel like I'm talking about a completely different person, like it was a totally separate part of me. When I was a teenager, I suffered from severe depression and anxiety. It was a really dark, lonely, painful place. And even though I knew that I had a whole army of people fighting along with me, my family, friends, medical professionals, I still just felt so alone. I felt like I was going to be trapped in this forever. Around this time, I went to a friend's church one Sunday, and the preacher was speaking about a specific Bible verse that Sunday. Psalm 55:22. Give your burdens to the Lord, and He will take care of you. He will not let the righteous stumble and fall. This verse, I have to admit, I didn't think much of it at the time. I didn't really understand it, but for whatever reason, it stayed in my head. Well, soon after this, with a lot of hard work and dedication, I slowly started to get better. My medication could be decreased, I had more good days, and I didn't need as much counseling. And then I met my husband, and together we started going to church together. It was a completely new church to me, totally different than anything I'd ever been to before. And I felt like all of a sudden I could hear about Jesus in a completely different way. And they just kept talking about how opening your heart to Him and letting Him in and salvation and what He can help us with. I could hear it all of a sudden. And wouldn't you know it, Psalm 55:22 surfaces back in my head. And I think at this time, I finally understood it. I believed it. And I let go. All of this pain, this burden that I'd been carrying around on my own shoulders, I was able to just let it go. I gave it to Him. And I can't tell you how much relief I felt. I finally felt some relief from this. I'm so happy to report that this was almost 10 years ago, and I'm still without pain or medication and constant help from everybody around me. Since I accepted Jesus, I can't begin to tell you how freeing it's been. I went from a place of total darkness and hopelessness to a place where I can laugh and feel joy and see light again. And Jesus is not only a part of my everyday life again, but also my marriage. My husband and I have seen so much growth and comfort from praying together and reading the Bible together, and I don't know what we'd do without it anymore. I've also learned that God really does have a plan for us, for me, for all of us. Even though I may not think that it's exactly what it should be when I think it should be, He has a plan. And when I put my trust and my faith in Him, it turns out to be something far better than I ever could have imagined. So why do I want to be baptized? Well, it's been something that's been on my heart for quite some time now. Every time I would hear about baptism or read about it, I would just get this pit in my stomach, and I feel like it was God telling me that I needed to make this public confession as the next step in my Christian walk. I have a lot of people to thank for helping me get to where I am today. My husband, our families, our friends, and this church. Today I have a heart full of joy and gratitude. I'm just so thankful for all of the gifts that He has given me. And I can honestly say I don't know where I would be without Jesus in my heart.